Hi, this is Marcus here at Liberta Guesthouse at Lake Toba, where for the last 10 years this is where I've been staying whenever I visit the lake. But unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and everything changes. And Liberta is going to be demolished soon because it's sold and going to be redeveloped, unfortunately, for those of us that have been coming here a long time. But anyway, I figured Liberta deserves some kind of legacy, so this is my legacy towards it. Over 30 years ago, Helga from Germany came to Lake Toba and met a local guy, Sanaga, and they got married and bought this property and built this magnificent Liberta guest house from in the style of buttock housing. And so we're looking towards the restaurant area here at the moment, and and there's a lot of different rooms and housing styles here, but mostly from buttock style, and plenty of interesting characters have stayed here over the years, and famous and infamous, and but it was a very social place, and most nights there was a bit of a party on, and some kind of gathering. Even the local guys would bring their guitars, and everyone would sing along, and yeah, it was a great place to hang out for travellers. Yeah, this was what I called Tyler's room. Tyler stayed here for a while and actually got himself into a bit of trouble, but that's another story. Won't have to tell you all those details, but this one is the room I stay in now, and but it used to be Misha from Russia. Used to be his room during COVID, and yeah, about 10 of us stayed here at Liberta during COVID, so we had a nice little community when there were no other tourists around the lake, and so I called this one Misha's room. And downstairs was Arta's room, and he was a lovely guy, Arta. I mean, he was a bit disabled, but he always had a smile on his face. Yeah, this high buttock house was where the old grumpy Frenchman Henri used to stay, but he had a lovely wife, so that was okay. Yeah, and this was Helga's room whenever she visited, but I was lucky enough to stay in it during COVID when Helga was in Germany. So yeah, and these rooms I used to call the cabins, and this was where old Leon stayed, and I used to call Leon Ronnie because he used to remind me of the infamous Ronnie Biggs. But anyway, I had a shot around the garden and out to the lake, and let's have a look at some of the other rooms. Yeah, this room I used to call the downhill room because foundation settled at one point and the floor's on a slight fall, but it's a great room, this one, and yeah, I think Geordie Jim the Swim might have stayed in this one for a while, but he was another one of the the characters staying here. Yeah, upstairs here was what I called duck room because whenever you moved around you'd have to duck your head, and I think Checo Mike, or what I used to call Checkmate, he might have stayed in this one. Yeah, and here we have what I called Smoky Corner, and often there was a session with Checo Mike and Johnny Finn, and the usual suspects, and yeah, there's many good laughs to be had there. But of course, number one room, or Kamasatu, was shared by a lot of us at different times, and including the infamous Falcon from Australia. He used to try and grab this room whenever he could, and for good reason, because it faces straight out to the lake, and yeah, good view up to the mountains and further beyond. Yeah, and down here, right by the lake, we'd often have a fish barbecue and a bit of a gathering, and yeah, always good times to be had. Yeah, next to the ping pong area was Captain Steve's old room, and Captain was one of the first to come here, and yeah, good old Aussie from you know, days of you know, the hippie traveller days. So yeah, and another one was Steve the Wrath, who stayed upstairs above the restaurant, and you know, another one of the eccentric expats that was regularly here. And many years ago, after Helga left, Liberta was managed by Mr. Moon, who kept things running pretty well, and he was helped by Ricky and Sari and Freddie. But some years ago, yeah, their time was up. They had to leave, and different family came in to manage the place, and they're of course still here, you know, and that's Bang Salman, yeah, you know, and his wife Dina, yeah. So when Liberta closed, you want to go back to the farm or start new business, Bang? Terpasti, ya, kembali Tani atau memulai bisnes. Ah, okay, yeah. And working here has been Tommy. Hey, Tommy. Yeah. So when we close, you're going to go to Germany and work there?
I hope so.
Ah, alles klar. Yeah. Yeah. And Sona.
Sona.
Yeah.
From Pangururan.
Yeah. From Dari what?
Pangururan.
Pangaruran. Yeah. And Amos. Yeah. Yeah. You know, and even even our last dog, you know, Mocha. Hey, Mocha. Hey. Yeah. So we're coming to the end of an era here at Liberta, and pretty soon now, you know, this will all be demolished and rebuilt, and unfortunately, but a lot of people are going to have a lot of good memories of Liberta, and still life must go on.